and welcome to Talking Heads for the first episode. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and this is the first episode for the new year, 2023, on the massive, amazing, phenomenal, and ever-growing and expanding Dr. Jacqueline's channel, the USA Global TV and Radio. So, wow, welcome. So what I'm going to talk about today is part of the evolution of the Soul series, as what we were speaking from 2022. And during Christmas and after Christmas as well, during that time period, I really started to do the magnifying glass, where I start to look at things and look even deeper into it. And I felt that I got the message that 2023 has to be about masks falling away. Henceforth, today's chapter is called The Era of the Falling Masks. What is the era? Oh, sorry about this crown. Sometimes it goes whoop, up and then down. So it's the way it is anyway with a crown. Okay, so here I go. The era of the falling masks. Now, before we actually talk about what is actually happening with 2023 and with people all around the globe, I just want to retrace about why did we wear masks? Masks where they're so, at the masked ball, for example, a Venetian ball, festivals, carnival festivals. What is the carnival festival? It was when they go for a masked ball. The whole meaning of the mask was you put on this mask, this beautiful mask to go with your beautiful attire for that particular festival. And that mask gave you permission to act and frolic around and be mischievous, even manipulation, and enjoy yourself in the mask, and being able to have permission to express that without anybody realizing what your true identity was behind the mask. Unless, of course, you went to a party with your friends and they knew you. But usually it was a case of you go to a masked ball and the stranger that you meet has just got the cover of the book. In other words, that's exactly what it is. Just got the cover of the book and not the contents. So the mask was there to protect the contents and just have a cover of a book. The cover of it, yeah. So what I'm going to say is, so that was the time of going to all these balls and everything. So let's go forward now. Let's go into a forward time, into a more present time. What we have to realize now is that it was okay to have masks, and we've continued having the masks in the 3D. As you know, the 3D is about being in a limited self, being in a world of lower vibration, being in a fear-based rather than a heart center. And basically what the mask is now is it served its purpose. The mask has served its purpose throughout eons of time. It really has. But now wearing the mask is more destructive than constructive now. It worked with 3D. It worked in the middle of 3D. It worked throughout 3D. But because the energy has changed on Mother Earth, because she is a being, a planetary being, on the earth we live, our home, because her energy has changed, and everyone will feel that in the way that they've got stirrings within them where they're questioning everything. If you start questioning, obviously it means that you're waking up. There's something more to life. Now, if this energy is occurring where we can no longer ignore what is going on inside our feelings, our emotions, in our feeling body, in our emotional body, in our mental body, our mind, mental body, and in our energy, our auric field body. Because this is all happening, it means that we have to now go with who we are rather than what we presented ourselves to be in front of people, instead of presenting our true, authentic self. Some of us don't even know ourselves, and I understand that. But the minute that you start asking yourself and stirrings within you, things don't make sense anymore. That's when you go on this journey. You go on this journey of finding out who you are, where you belong, where you've come from, what is the purpose. And on that, you also find your passion, your purpose, your belief. You find what you find yourself gravitating towards, and what magnetizes towards you as well. So the falling of the masks. Right. So on a personal level, the falling of the mask is when we've stuffed ourselves with junk food, or with food that is super delicious but super bad for us, not nutritious at all. One time we would have been able to keep stuffing and stuffing and stuffing, and then we'd get sick, we'd throw up or something, and we'd be all right after that. But it took some time for you to get ill. Now the body's mask is down, because the body will no longer carry your mask for you. That's interesting, isn't it? Your body will no longer carry the mask of where you keep feeding it food, drink that is very unhealthy and not nutritious for it. Now, I know that when you get to a certain age, if you end up abusing your body throughout all the years, and then you suddenly get to a certain age, 50 plus, your body starts reacting. But because of this energy now that is now here and is here to stay, basically it will not put up with putting all this stuff into your body, all this how can I say, just really unhealthy habits, unhealthy food. So the body is reacting. So the body now is taking the mask down. So if you can't recognize it in your conscience, the body, the organs, everything of your body is letting you know that they won't put up with this anymore. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You don't have to wait until you've lived a life of craziness and ingesting unhealthy foods. No, you can be young and your body will let you know. So the mask is falling, and you must be in the present moment to pay attention. Now, it's not even about you paying attention anymore, actually. This is where it gets a little bit, ooh, yeah, it does. Your body is alive and has almost like a conscience within itself. Therefore, your body will bring up certain skin conditions, or which you normally didn't have before. You never suffered this kind of symptoms. But this is the way your body is saying, pay attention. So the time scale of this, where normally it might take a few years for certain things to appear, it's almost, the masks are down and it instantly appears. The manifesting is going to happen at a quicker rate, in a quicker time, as if we're in a different time as well, time zone. So we have to be careful. So it's not just about you going within, quiet within, and going, okay, I need to know, and asking your heart or asking your organs where the pain is. The pain is starting reacting without your permission, without you asking where the pain is. The actual pain of your body is letting you know where the pain is. And if you don't take notice of the pain, then the body will react and give you signs, visible, tangible signs on your skin, or certain symptoms that you didn't suffer before. So that's what we have to be careful with, and that's what's going to happen. Again, we're in this purification time, and this purification is going to be with us for a long time, because there's a lot of purification on earth, globally, personally. But the one thing that is happening is the falling of the masks. 2023 is the masks are falling down. So on a personal level, that is the mask that's falling. Even the way that you are with, on a personal level, where you have thoughts of someone and you haven't really said that you really, let's say, take, like, you really fancy someone. Let's just take it in a more romantic context. You fancy them, you see them, but you just ignore them. Now, that person will be able to feel and see through your body language, which you are in no longer control of, because you have to act in your truth. And your body will make you act in your truth. And then that person, instead of dealing with the games of, oh, I like them, but, you know, they're going to have to work harder or something, or I'm going to treat them mean and, you know, treat them mean, keep them keen, that type of thing, or I won't let them know that I really like them, or I think about them every day, every minute, because that will make me feel weak, and I don't want to appear weak. So all this is in a mask. So the masks are falling. The person that you have thoughts about, that you in secrecy have loving thoughts about, romantic inclinations in your vision and even in your thought process, it's almost like an invisible field. It's going to connect to that person, and that person, instead of feeling inferior or feeling, oh, they don't like me, oh, I like her as well, and I'm not, or him, and I'm not letting them know. The truth is going to come out, and they will feel the truth. So they will act on that, and the other person will act on it. So basically, it basically means that truth, the discernment of truth is going to come through, even if you still live or see yourself behind a mask. The person that you're relating to will see through the mask. Isn't that strange? Yes. It's about falling off the mask, but before the mask falls off, you need to see through the mask. So let's say the person still has the mask on, and the other person next to you or who you're in conversation with can, instead of just seeing the mask and seeing the beauty of the mask, they can actually go deeper and look into the mask. And then going into the mask, they can then go even deeper and go into the eyes, and then go and look into the heart as well, because they will feel it. So that's what we're going to go into on a personal level. Isn't that exciting? I think that's going to save a lot of these mind games. A lot of people just keep pursuing and knowing that instead of keep chasing and keep playing the game, they will know instantly if that person actually does feel something for them. And it's the same as in platonic, in friendship as well. People will begin to realize, and they will feel it. In fact, the other person doesn't even have to speak. They will feel it. They will sense it, that this person doesn't resonate with them anymore, or has never resonated. So I think we're in store for some real magical times. Today alone is the eve of the wolf moon. It's the first full moon of 2023. And the whole purpose of the wolf moon is a wolf will amplify. A wolf is strong in strength and attack. And when a wolf hunts in packs, and if one wolf is down, the others, they attack that poor wolf. So what's happening here is, if we look at it, the full wolf moon, meaning our emotions, a full moon always brings our emotions. So the full wolf moon, for the beginning of 2023, is about our heightened emotions and the fact that we can no longer hide them. So your emotions are going to be amplified. So where you could put up with someone on the eve of a wolf moon, you can't. And you can't even suppress it, because this needs to come up and it needs to be dealt with. And it's happening on a global level. Well, yeah, for the eve of the wolf moon. So that's quite telling in the way. So it's preparing us for 2023, which is about amplifying. Everything is switched on full, maximum, on a maximum voltage. If you imagine a light bulb, maximum 120, is it watts or something? Anyway, on full voltage, full brightness, to the point where that brightness is giving you a headache, but that brightness is shining everything. Nothing is getting hidden. And that's what 2023 is about. It's about the mask. It's about the falling of the mask. So that's the falling of the mask on a personal level, in relationship wise. The falling masks, however, is also going to be about our journey. If we're belonging to an organization or a doctrine, could be religious, could be spiritual, it could be a cause, for a cause. And we are going to feel if that actually does resonate with you. You will be able to see who are the genuine and those who have been wearing a mask to be part of something, so they benefit personally, rather than what the organization, the heart and the source of the organization stands for. So there's going to be a lot of masks falling with regards to organizations on a planetary governments, but I don't tend to go into that. But there will be lots of things that will be crumbling, and they'll be crumbling because the mask of that is falling where it was hidden. So remember what I said about this big masked ball. So let's imagine we're all going to a global planetary masked ball. And that's quite interesting. And we've all got our beautiful dresses on, or whatever we wish to wear, and what colors. And we've all got these beautiful masks. Some of us are going to have what you call like X-ray eyes. We're just going to be able to see in the mask. Some of us won't be able to. But we will now. Because if now that Earth is changing and ascending into a 5D, meaning away from limited self, experiencing and manifesting from a heart center and to, in a constructive way, to help and heal yourself, to help and heal others and empower yourself, which then other people will empower themselves. This is what we have to understand. It's not about one person going out there and being empowering. Yes, they are an example and they're a leader. But then you have to empower and learn to empower yourself. So the only way of doing that, and this is what I've been talking about on Talking Heads on the last episodes, it's all about connecting to the power within. Because, beloved hearts, everything we desire and we require, all problems, all our inspirations, all our dreams, they're all found in the inner sanctum of our hearts, where the hero of our hearts live. Not above, not below. Here, inside our hearts. And there we have, with the heart, we have the higher consciousness, which is the divine mind, is the higher consciousness. So we have the, remember I was talking about last week, consciousness is human consciousness. And it's going to be our higher consciousness and our hearts that will shine through, our masks. So it doesn't matter, even if you wear a mask, it doesn't matter. The other person will see through it, because your real, true, authentic self is meant to shine through. There are some people that won't want to go along with this and they'll continue wearing a mask. But what they will find is the other people will just see through them. So if you think about it, that's like banging your head against, as a brick wall, for example. It's you don't get anywhere, just going round and round and round and round and round in circles, and you're not going to get anywhere. So the next mask that's falling is Mother Earth. Yes. If you think about it on a planetary level, Mother Earth has had to wear a mask to protect herself, because we were digging, getting the oil out and reserves out of her. We were deforesting. And by doing this, we've brought everything into an imbalance, because Mother Earth had the right amount of crystals, the right amount of oil, the right amount of trees, and the birth and recycle of everything. Everything worked harmoniously to each other. Even the animals, everyone had a job to do. Everything was in perfect harmony. We created disharmony. We became greedy. We became manipulative. Yeah, and I will say this because that's what 3D is about. So therefore, Mother Earth had to protect herself and wear a veil. Not only a mask, but a veil over her mask. Now, her veil is now revealed. So we if we think about that way, we are now connecting and working with her veil off. Now her mask is getting ready to come off, to reveal everything. And that's what 2023 is going to be about. Nothing will be hidden. If things are hidden, because when we think of something and it's destructive, it goes to that lesson of, let's say there's a timeline of betrayal. Therefore, everything that conjures up with hidden words, thoughts, actions in a destructive form will gravitate towards that timeline of betrayal. And there could be all kinds of things, gossip, judgment, condemnation, all this. And they've all got their own timelines. Now, what's going to happen is they're all getting crossed. They're all interrelating with each other. So where it was just a clear pathway, that's all this. That's all this. So everybody would go there. Everyone would go to that one, and that one. And all our thoughts are manifesting would go according to which timeline it was. We're having crossed sections, intersections now. The reason why is the masks are falling. So the mask of betrayal is no longer held there. It's going to go into the gossip, and it's going to go into they're all going to interact with each other. And they're all, because the masks need to fall. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be chaos, but not chaos as in, it's going to be heightened emotions, and people won't be able to hide anymore. People can't hide. Where you could hide, where you've been, like, for example, the person who's been abused, if they choose to stay silent, then they are really helping the abuser to be abused. And that's how the energy is going to be. Remember, you get the strength within you because the power is within. We as humans have such a strong power within us. It's of such a strength. And connected to that strength is the heart of our strength. And within needs to express out. So we live from the inside out, not the outside in. The falling of the masks is going to happen 2023 because now everyone, this energy is going to compel absolutely everyone to go within and be interested within themselves, which they have forgotten about themselves. So they need to reactivate it. And that's what it's going to be. People are going to reactivate a gift or discover a new gift. And that's how exciting we're in. Exciting times 2023 is going to be. This needs to happen, the falling of the masks, because if we are going to, as a planetary, ascend fully into a 5D living experience, limitation and lower vibration and fear base and things that was committed actions in a destructive pattern need to come up and be cleared, to be given new energy, so that energy can be renewed and go on to the next evolution of its energy, of its molecule, of its, it needs to go and be birthed again and used in a different way, in a different form. So everything from 3D needs to be, it's like a hoover, right? A hoover, put a hoover on a carpet and, you've got to hoover it until it's a clean surface. That's what's happening. We're getting hoovered up. Sorry. Yeah, a massive, big, universal vacuum is going, okay, I'm going to hoover up everything. And every dust, every particle is being lifted up into the air and purified in order for the next stage of evolution. So that's what we're in. And it's important through this, you must, if you don't take notice of the murmurs, of the stirrings within you, where you're really unhappy about something and you still don't pay attention, then it's going to turn on you. And that's what we're living in. That's it. These are the times, 2023, the falling of the masks. People getting to know themselves on a true level. People working together instead of working together for the sake of something. There will be a lot of people falling out because then they'll realize that person didn't have their heart in it, wasn't really a team player, but was there for their own ego or selfish reasons. So it's all coming through. It's all got to be cleared. And the most important thing is, as it's clearing, you have to thank. You have to thank that clearing. It's very important. So that's all I'm going to say right now for today's episode, the era of the falling of the masks. And also with this as well, just before I go, because I've just kind of like got it through. If you feel connected to angels, or you feel you're seeing certain numbers, repetitive numbers and synchronicity, or you're seeing strange things, or picking up and seeing feathers, or you just feel there's something more there, then take the mask off. Just because you've been told, don't believe in the unseen, take a chance, take the mask off and go on that path to believe the unseen, for the unseen to become real in your world. That's going to be another episode. So I thank you so much for allowing me to share my knowledge. Here's my book, $2 Daughter to a Cosmic Goddess. Basically, what I'm relaying to you is all my experiences and lessons I had to go through. I'm 52 now. All the lessons I had to go through, and there was so many that I'm able now to go from those darker, lower vibrational lessons to then have the time from 2012, 5 years, at least 5 years, to then study, look, assess, and work through my shadows, work through my fears, and then start to live the best way I can, a 5D reality. But don't forget, because the globe hasn't changed subconsciously, because the globe, Earth, hasn't changed consciously, I'm always going to come up with another obstacle after another obstacle, another test, another awareness. It's the way, it's the path. It's the path, the chosen path of love. The master path of love is not an easy one. So all I'm saying is, this is where I've come from, a $2 daughter, from all the lessons, to then learn 5 years about myself and about others. I took my experience, and it's Dr. Jacqueline that helped me to open up and told me I need to write this down. So I thank her very much for that. And I know there's much, much more that's going to come through and pour through to be able to share with you all. All I will say is be gentle with yourselves, be patient with yourselves, and know that, yes, it's changing. It's changed, and it's changing. And it's time. Things are not going to make sense. The old world does not make sense anymore. So it's time to do a new beginning and go on a new path of finding out and connecting who you are, your authentic, true self, which is a creator being made to manifest all you desire and require in this life from a heart center and from a divine mind, connected to the crystalline energies of Mother Earth. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan. I've really superbly enjoyed expressing who I am and my journey. And I look forward to having a chat next week, which I don't actually have what I'm going to talk about next week, because don't forget, this is not scripted. It is as it is. So I'm very happy. I love you all. Please contact me, madalenecarolchan@gmail.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. So I'm going to sign out now. So have a wonderful day. Remember, it's wolf lunar, wolf moon. So just be patient with yourselves and know that everything's going to be heightened emotions, heightened of everything. So it just saying to you, hello, take note, remember. All right. Okay, I'm going. My name is Dr. Madalene Chan, USA Global TV, radio. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.